Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Today is May 5th, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about plants. We did this at the beginning of the year, but I wanted to kind of talk about it, and I have a really fun video for you that happened in my neighbor's backyard. All right, so we're going to talk about what plants need before you go see that video, okay? All right, so we talked a long time ago, kind of close to the beginning of the year actually, about what plants need in order to grow and how we need plants. So plants start with, do you remember what they start with? Just a little tiny thing. They start with a seed, and we make a little hole in the soil and we put the seed in the soil, and then what do? We cover it up, right? So we have a seed, we have soil, then we have dirt, right? And then what do we need to do? We need to pour water on top, or sometimes nature does that for us. And so we have a seed, we have soil, we have water, we need sunlight, and there needs to be enough space. So it's those 5 things, okay, in order for something to grow. So we are gonna just review real quick words to think about. Air. You cannot see air, but you breathe air. Do we need air? We definitely need air. Trees and plants help give us air and help filter and clean our air. All right, also light. Plants get light from light bulbs and from the sun. So we need that, plants need that, and so do we. Many plants grow on earth. So we have fruits and vegetables, those are tomatoes, that's a cactus, a big tree, and this is a house plant. Do you have plants in your house? I like plants in my house. All right, space. Space is a place to plant things and let them grow. Everyone needs space, right? All plants. Sunlight is a light that comes from the sun, and water. Plants can get water in many ways. And I remember at the beginning of the year we talked about people can water plants, rain can water plants. Also plants, remember with their big root system, they can suck it up from the soil. So that is something cool too. So I wanted to just flip to another page. Where's my tree page? Hold on. I'm gonna find I have a good tree page in here. Let me show it to you. Where is it? Where did it go? Let me look. All right. So if you look here at the system, I want to show you this real quick. So, and this would look different for trees and would look different, but it's all the same names, right? So down here we have the roots, and that's what comes out of, that's how the plant sucks up all the nutrients, right? And this was the stem. You see the stem? And of a tree, that would be called the tree trunk, right? And there are leaves. Do we see leaves on trees? Yep, and that's how they take in the sunlight and use it to grow. And then there's a flower on top here. So the roots and the stem and the leaves and the flower, it's all part of the system of a plant. Now, when a tree grows really, really big, like really big, you might need to cut it down. And there might be a couple of reasons for that. One reason might be that it gets in the way of construction or of something else. Another reason might be that the roots remember the roots are underneath the ground. So if they've grown too far, like sometimes if you're walking down the street, you might see where a piece of the sidewalk is uneven or something. A lot of times that's from tree roots that have grown so big and they've been alive for so long that they have kind of shifted the ground and so shifted the cement or whatever. So you might need to cut it down for that. And also trees can get sick. Trees can get diseases just like people can. And sometimes we have to trim a tree or cut a tree down because of that. Well, my neighbor had trees in his backyard. Oh my goodness. They were so tall. They were taller than my house. They were taller than the 3-story houses in our neighborhood. They were so tall, 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 tall. And the branches were huge. And sometimes if it was a really wintry, windy day, some of the branches might break off. So the tree was not very healthy. And so he hired somebody called an arborist. Say arborist. Good. He hired this person, and this person is a tree expert. They know a lot of things about tree. They can come out and they can give your tree a checkup to see if it's sick or if a certain piece of it needs to be trimmed off and it can make itself healthy again. Or they can just say, yeah, your tree's too sick and it has a disease and you probably should cut it down. And that is what happened to my neighbor. The arborist came out, and it's their job. It's what they do. They came out and they gave the tree a checkup, and they said, oh, nope, tree's got to come down. Not going to be okay. So we heard a big noise. We heard a big chainsaw, and we looked up, and do you know what we saw? We saw a man climbing in a tree so high. Wow. So I went over to the fence and said, can I come over? My kindergartners would love to see this. So I came over and I went in his backyard and I got to film the arborist, the tree doctor, taking down the tree. It is fascinating. I want you, when you watch that video, I want you to look and see what he has on his feet. I want you to pay attention to the equipment that he's using and the safety things that he's using. And we are going to talk about this on Friday during our Zoom. But I want you to just kind of watch it and take a look at it. If you feel like it, I'd love for you to write about it maybe draw me a picture. I just thought it was cool and I thought you would enjoy it. So after you finish this, please go watch the arborist video. Bye.